Hello, and welcome back. This video is about getting the radius from the tower data to the blueprints that need it. And a special thanks to all my supporters. Thank you for helping me help others. So in the first part of the refactoring, we got the tower data from the data table, and it's owned in the tower manager. In our tower base, we're getting that tower data from the tower manager, and we're just saving the struct. And also using it down here to supply the values for the gameplay effect. However, as radius is not part of the gameplay effect, we then want to access it directly from this struct. And for that, we're going to make another accessor function here. We're just going to duplicate get damage. And here we're going to call this get radius. Make sure the value it's returning is radius. And instead of getting a gameplay attribute value, we're just getting our tower data struct, splitting it open, and returning the radius. In the future, when we're doing upgrading for these towers, then we won't just directly return this radius. We'll do a little math on it and then return that value. So with that done, we need to go into our projectile base. In here, we have a damage expose on spawn variable. We're just going to duplicate that to keep the flags. This will be radius. And with that compiled, we can go into our weapon base class. In our fire at enemy function, where we spawn a projectile, we can now right-click this, go to refresh nodes, and now radius has been added. And similarly, we can call, this is the get damage function, we can call our get radius function. And then in our cannon projectile, now that that radius has been sent along with the projectile, oh, that's catapult. We'll do cannon first. We now need to access it for this radius value here, and it's just a variable owned by the parent class here, so we can just call get radius to get that value, which we can set up here. And then for our catapult projectile, we're going to go into our sticky mud blueprint. This is where the radius is being used for that, right here. For that, we need to create another variable in sticky mud. We'll call this radius, make it a float. And this also has to be instance editable and expose on spawn. I mean, it doesn't strictly have to, but that's how we're setting it up. So then in our catapult projectile, when it's being spawned, we can right-click refresh here, and similarly call get radius. And with that set now, we can then just drag this radius in here. And of course test it to make sure it's still working. So as long as our cannon radius is working, these will take damage. It looks like multiple are taking damage, so the radius is working. And similarly for the catapult, sticky mud has a radius, and that's what's slowing the enemies. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video and would like to see more, you know what to do. And if you would like to support this channel, watch these videos 2 weeks early, or just want to download the project files, you can do so through my Patreon linked below.